Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. I guess it's time to follow up on the investigation now that we've cleared this particular place. Let's head on to Axel's estate, which is over in the Merchant Quarter. I mean, I guess I could try and grab Grobnar and bring him here, but I don't know about that. I think I will live with who I have right now. I mean, I'm making pretty decent progress. I'm what, level 12? It's not that bad a deal. Let's go to the Merchant Quarter. And oh yeah, I went ahead and memorized spells between episodes. I think I should rest in order to... Yeah, I should rest in order to refresh them real quick. So yeah, it's funny that I went ahead and gave Chandra weapon focus and a weapon and then immediately replaced it with something. She'll be switching back at some point, and then I can throw that flame tongue longsword on somebody else. Alright, shall we see what's up? Okay. Ah, good. Wolf moves quickly, and so should you. I heard about your troubles with Luskan. I have someone you should meet that can help you, or at least buy you time. This is Sir Edmund, one of Nasher's favorite knights. He can help you become as favored as he. Oh, so there is corruption in the Knights of the Nine.
So, this is the great murderer. Knighthood has fallen on lean days, but then they made me a knight. So, if I was made a knight, with my list of crimes, why not the same for a slaughterer of helpless villagers?
Hey, now, I didn't slaughter them. Did you bring you here just to insult me? They'll make me your squire?
And what squire could ask for a better knight than me? Most will fill you with pretty words and solemn vows. I tell you the truth, and the truth is that words are no armor, and vows are no sword. In battle, the man who cleaves your head from your shoulders won't care about your honor. So leave your pretty stories of chivalry and goodness behind. Fight.
This guy's got a good attitude.
Survivors make their own honor, tell their own tales.
All right. What else do I need to know to become your squire?
Alas, the law requires me to teach you the Knight's Code. Luckily, it has nothing to say about remembering the code. To be brave and valorous in battle against your enemies, to show no fear in their presence. Show me a man who knows no fear, and I will show you a fool whose days in this world are numbered. To be just and righteous, to embody and uphold the laws of your lord and land. That's nonsense, too. The only justice you'll find is at the point of a sword. Your noble lord wants only
I feel
to
like
know
I should
that
have
you
Bishop
followed
here
his commands
to this.
and could care less about your methods. Should you obey the lord who asks you to put a village of innocents to the torch? Is that chivalrous? Is it noble?
He's got a point. All right. Lords can be tyrants, causes unjust. We must live by what we know is right. It's a great way to get promoted. I know that much. I'll just say, there we go.
Towns are raised in the name of worthy causes, too. Does that make the act itself any nobler? Anyway, we're not quite done with the code yet. To be respectful to your enemies and kind to your fellows. You may safely ignore that vow as well. Show respect to your enemies when they are dead. And never forget that your brothers can easily turn against you. To protect the weak and those who cannot defend themselves. We are all weak, and everything can defend itself. Remember that, and you might live to receive your spurs from Lord Nasher.
Alright, so what else do you... So I should fight dirty and preserve myself at all costs?
You should remember that no code should be followed too closely, lest you betray the very thing your code
as long as I can
sought
still
to
use
protect.
tentacles
Now, there are still
everywhere.
some proprieties we must observe. You must undertake a night-long vigil in the Solace Glade, alone. Perhaps you can use the time to let what I've told you sink in.
Indeed,
or
I can do
perhaps
that.
you'd like to speak with your god. No doubt you will be granted an audience for such an auspicious occasion. Tell me when you are ready to undertake your vigil. I will take you there.
Alright, yeah, I'm ready now. Let's do this. Let's do this right now. And I gotta go there alone.
I remember my own vigil. It was a long night.
What happened?
Sir Oleman said some pious words to me, then left me to consider the weight of my charge. I waited a good half hour after he left, then picked up my sword and found a nice farm with a requisite maid on the outskirts of the city. Her name was Bella. It was a beautiful night. Well, before our father caught us and chased me off.
This guy's
A good
great,
thing,
man.
too.
I wish he was,
would have
like,
been absent when Oleman
able to be
returned.
put in the party. Alright. You're a paragon of knighthood. I was thinking of doing the same.
I won't stop you, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like it or not, you're being watched. Now, I'll entrust you to the gods and find myself another farm.
Indeed. Well, you have fun, dude.
Here? I can barely see anything out here.
I thought you were supposed to be somewhere else, Chandra. I can see you from a mile away with that flaming sword. Is something wrong?
Look, the way trouble follows you, there's no way I'd let you come out here alone.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Let's see. Come join me then. Emil was telling a story about his heroic adventures at the local farm.
That's odd. I just passed a farm on the way out here, and Sir Edmund was riding there. Seemed like he was in a big hurry. Well, I'm glad you offered, because I wasn't leaving
Indeed.
anyway. But I like that you didn't put up much of a fight. Plus, I wanted to see if any of the gods would want to inflict further punishment on you.
Yeah, whatever, Chandra.
Hey, did you hear something?
I didn't expect the girl to be here. We'll spare her the grief of crying over your corpse and kill her as well.
I'm right here, you know. Why don't you try?
Indeed. Alright. These odds are unfair. Chandra, back off to even things
Cocky,
up.
aren't you? We'll humble you quick enough.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, dude, here's what we got. We got, a stone skin on myself. Chandra, you're gonna join in even if I told you not to. Alright. So next I'm gonna do is do defensive casting. And I will drop tentacles right here.
I think I can do that.
There you go. Now, Chandra, get out of there. And RPG Crawler, get out of there. Pop an undead. Chandra, engage this guy. Kind of get him right there on the edge. Oh, it's gotta suck to be these people. Here, let's throw some acid on them just to see how they like it.
Silas Glade, huh? Talk about a poor name choice. Those men came out of nowhere. Don't you ever spend one night in peace?
Nah, not really. It's rare, trust me.
I believe that. Hey, the leader there. He's got a ring on his finger. It's a circle with spikes.
Or daggers.
Could be, I suppose. It's hard to tell with all the blood. Here, you take the ring. I don't want to hold on to it.
watch
Look,
where
maybe
you're
I better
putting
slip
that
away before your
sword.
knight returns. I don't want you getting into any trouble.
Indeed. That's for the best. Thanks for your help, Chandra.
Sure. Actually, in some ways, it was kind of fun. Good
I'm
luck.
sure it is.
And hopefully when we see each other again, you'll be Neverwinter's newest squire.
Alright, what else do you guys have on them?
Look at all that blood. You'd have been better served finding a farm girl. Some shy maid, one that wouldn't leave scratches like those.
Alright. I was the girl was sweet enough when I met her.
Indeed, they often are. And how long does it last? I'll never be tied down by a girl, I promise you. Enough
Indeed.
jests. You might have been killed here, and I see Luskin's hand in this. They're as sloppy as they are impatient. But you'd best watch yourself. Your vigil is finished, and you are truly a squire. Nasher's sworn retainer, a noble of Neverwinter.
Oh,
You'll
nice.
forgive me if I don't exactly sound thrilled for your accomplishment. But as much as you'll hear otherwise around Black Lake, I know of no title or cause that makes a man noble. And if that lot is noble, then I'm the High Abbot of Tyr. Your new status will give that Luskin wench a nasty surprise, if nothing else. Come, I want to be there when she hears the news.
Indeed. Can we, hold on, I'll be right back. I want to find out what these guys had on them. They got, giant bee venom. We got a scroll of remove disease. And do we have anything else? But a scimitar +1. Nice. Anything else out here that I see? I don't see anything, so let's do this. Alright, let's leave. Head on to the next section. And here we go to some sort of trial.
It is a rare thing to see you here.
To the relief of us both, I'm certain, my lord.
Indeed.
And what brings you here? It must be a matter of some urgency.
I understand that this man has been accused of a crime and is to be turned over to Luskan for justice.
You have heard correctly. What concern is it of yours?
My lord, I am here to tell you that he is my squire, and as such, is not subject to the terms of the Luskan Treaty.
What is this
Indeed.
nonsense? This knight has no squire.
Yeah,
I
dude,
would
he
choose
does
your
now.
words carefully, Ambassador, lest I think you are accusing one of my knights of speaking lies.
Especially
I
that
only
one.
hear the words of a man shielding a murderer.
Then let the accused speak. What say you? Does my knight speak truly? Are you his squire?
I am a squire, and I swear to serve Neverwinter faithfully and well.
Then it is true. That means this squire will be tried here, Ambassador, not within Luskan's walls.
There is no
Indeed.
justice in this, but I was a fool to expect justice in Neverwinter.
You just watch your back, Torio.
Seeing that gloating smile strip from her face pleases me more than you will know. But this has bought only a little more time. Time we cannot afford to waste. We must find the truth of what happened at Ember, and quickly. But you cannot do so here. You have my leave to depart Neverwinter, provided
And
you
thus
give
the
your
world
word
opens up.
to return for the trial.
Of course, Lord Nasher.
Travel to Port Llast.
To Port Llast.
Someone there can guide you to Ember. Then return
Gotta
with
go all
whatever
the way
you
to
can
Ember?
that will prove
Get
your
caught.
innocence.
It would be wise to speak to Hieromos in Port Llast. He is said to
Hieromos
be a
at Port
fair
Llast.
man and vigilant of his people and the lands around. We'll see.
Sounds like a
You
plan.
are to be congratulated on joining the service of Neverwinter and its knights. Serve Neverwinter, and it will serve you. For now, go to Port Llast. It should be marked upon your map. Once there, see about visiting Ember as well. Keep your resolve. I am confident you will expose the truth of this matter soon enough. And after this trial, I will have more duties for you.
Pity I don't have, like, Speak with Dead, because they're going to just question, the people of Ember. Alright, so let's go to Port Llast, then. I guess I better stop by, stop to reassemble my party. It's just me, Sand, and Chandra right now. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to the inn, reassemble my party, and we will pick up when I'm leaving Neverwinter. Alright, let's go ahead and get our group together. I've got to have Chandra. I do have Sand. I'll get Kara, and I guess I'll have to get Nishka. There's not a lot of variation I can do there. Alright. Well, let's get out of town then. Let's go to Port Llast. Right. Off to Port Llast. So many loading screens. And here we are in the illustrious Port Llast. Watch where you step. You might get some of the local culture on your boots. God, Sand, you hold your nose so high it's a wonder you don't wear your hat on it. I don't even know what that means, my dear, but I'm sure as far as your local expressions go, it's quite quaint and charmingly ignorant. Alright, let's see. We have information to gather. The sooner we out of this stinkhole, the better. What now? We should find Hieromos as quickly as we can, and he can grant us access to Ember, and hopefully we can find some clues there. Asking some of the locals couldn't hurt either, after we speak to Hieromos, of course. Agreed, they may not have seen something. They may have seen something. As long as we use simple words, we may be able to get information out of them. I'll try to sort through what we find as we discover it, but check with me if you're ever curious about all we've gathered. I have a good sense for when we'll have enough to bring to trial. All right, I'm glad to have you along. The pleasure is all mine, as expected. As exceptional as my skills are, it's good to see them put to use. All right. Yeah, Sand is really, really arrogant, but that's okay. See what this merchant has to say. No, I'm not. Let's see what this one... Oh, there's somebody I know. Yosk, I think. Nope, we don't know him. Alright. Armor. Nothing really super useful. Full plate +2, maybe. Gnomish magnetic armor. That'd be good for the gnome, except nah, not really. Emascari shield. That's a +4... +6 with spell resistance. There's a tower shield, though. Shukenja helm, extra sorcerer slots. What does she have for a helm? She has nothing for a helm, so I'm going to buy this for her. Yes, I am. What else we got? Skin of the Manticore. That's a cloak, AC +1. Not super useful. What's the shield? It's a buckler +2. Alright. Anything else useful? Just construction material. Alright, then the next one is the guy right next door. Hail, friend. Care to look at Haljal Throndor's wares? Do you carry any unusual items? Blessing of Joaquin. Happens that I do, though I don't usually advertise here. You have yourself a look. Alright. So these are like the special items. I've got 88 grand here. A Mad Gent's boots that gives... remove blindness or deafness 3 today. I don't really need that. The Constant Hearth. Oh, these each have a long backstory. Gives resistance to a couple of things. Favor of Ulam Lura. This is enhancement bonus, Dex +4, gauntlets. Graina's Triumph. This gives Constitution +2, Strength +2, but only usable by a barbarian. A Grainstone Belt. That's only usable by monk. Helm of Graham the Mouse. This is head slot DR DR2/0, only usable by paladin. Resistance piercing 5/whatever. Scatter Trail Hide. AC bone. This is a medium armor. +2 immunity to poison. Shackles of Asenath. It's a bracer, +4 AC, +2 to strength, only usable by sorcerer. Industrious hands. These are all kind of useless. I mean, I guess some particular builds might be useful to them. +2 dex, only usable by fire, haste once per day. Don't really need that. Yzidrian's Touch. Only usable by bard. So never mind. Oh, what kind of weapons we got? We got Alacrity, which is intelligence +2 for an elf. That might be good for
I concur.
For Sand. What's he currently using? A dagger? That's like 70 grand. Yeah, I don't think so. Then up here we got Arn Karim. That is a longsword +2 keen of 1d6 electrical. It's slightly better than what she has. Arvereniad. That is a short sword +3 with cure moderate wounds. Balance in all things. It's a comma. Black Stag Axe. That is a great axe +3. Cure serious wounds 3 per day. Don't really need it. Bow of the Black Archer. These are all like decent. There's only a very few of these which have like decently like straightforward stuff. A lot of it's just like utility stuff. This is a longbow +2 +4 versus elf, and unlimited ammo +2. That's actually not bad. That would be good for Bishop. The Bruiser is a war mace. +3 that stuns. Churchman's Cudgel. That is a +3 mace with extra spell slot for clerics. Crescent Moon. It is a sickle +2 that deals damage against shapeshifters. Devil's Right Hand. Kukri +3 of fire, only usable by evil. Dragon's Blood Katana. That's the katana 1d6 fire +2 and fire resistance. It's not bad either. Goblin Splitter, Goblin Slayer, Hallowed Redeemer. That's Bastard Sword +3, deals extra damage versus undead. None of this really standing out to me. Well, a couple things are, but they're really not worth it. This is Warhammer +2, 1d6 Sonic. That's actually not bad. Karash Dur, that's a Dwarven War Axe, +2, 1d6 fire. Not bad if I was still using Kelgar. Enhancement bonus +3, Ray of Enfeeblement 3 times a day. Don't need it. Long Cutter, which is a halberd. Halberd with just blinds and deafens. A Magic Shield. It is a... No, Mage Shield. It is a staff with 3 deflection and bonus 1 wizard slot. Huh. Now that... This may be an upgrade for Sand. Not enough to have me spend that much, but it could be. Sonic. This is a light hammer +2, 1d6 Sonic. Pharaoh's Mace. Pharaoh's Mace is expensive. I cannot afford it. What is it? It's a mace, extra turning, +2, slay racial group undead, a DC 22. That's the Mace of Disruption kind of thing. Plate Piercer. This is heavy crossbow +2, 2d8 on crit. Silken Iron. Scimitar +3, Cleave, Spear of Death, Spear +3, Finger of Death, Starbright, Flail. This is like your lawful good flail, your axiomatic / blessed one. Storm of the Steppes, another huge one. This is Falchion +2, 1d6 electrical, and Call Lightning. This is all like interesting, but I'm not really seeing anything that I need. I mean, a couple of them are useful, but I don't know if they're, like, super useful, you know what I'm saying? Vile Drinker, what's that? Vampiric Regeneration +5. That's a really nice greatsword. I probably should have taken greatsword instead of great axe for her. Because if you think about it, that would be really nice. Alright. See, the problem is that these often have like 2 or 3 good ones and then one what the hell. Unlimited ammo, bullet, +1d6 cold. That's actually a nice sling, but nobody uses sling. And then finally the white dragon bow, which is a bow +2, unlimited arrow, 1d6 cold. That's not too bad. Shield breaker. Once again, I cannot afford this just yet. Foot of the lame kobold. That's only warlocks. And that's it. Yeah, nothing else, but let's look at his basic stock real quick.
What?
I'm not gonna... let's see what he has for sale. Okay, he's just got basic weapons. Blade of the Rashemi. That's a great sword +3 with spell resistance. Not too bad. Briar Spike. The Wayward Axe. This is a ordinary battle axe +3, extra +4 damage, electrical. Deepstone Progeny. That's battle axe +2, immunity to death magic. Dragon's Breath. What does this do? That's a halberd +4. It's actually really nice. Man, his basic gear is better than his special gear. Got some dragon slaying stuff. There's the Flail of Destruction. I think I've seen. I saw that name somewhere. Hammer of the Beast. That's a warhammer. Again, nothing really useful. There's the katana. +1 on hit dazes. What's Ice Talon do? It's just a dagger with cold damage. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything really super useful. Kukri. Mithril Great Axe, I think that just gives you weight reduction. Nature's Scythe, I don't use scythes. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything super useful down here. Club of Vampiric Regeneration, that might be moderately useful, just not useful enough to pay all that money for it. Oh, we gotta ask him about, do you know anything about what happened to Ember? Haven't heard much more than the rumors, though that idiot Elgin claims to have been there, even fought the attackers, he says. Who's Elgin? Port Llast resident braggart. Always boasting of deeds done in dragon slaying. Mind you, no one has ever seen him do anything but talk. Man can't handle a butter knife, much less a stout blade. I took pity and tried to teach him a few tricks, but he was hopeless. A braggart, eh? Beware of men telling wild tales. If lies are repeated enough times, people will believe them. We may wish to find this Elgin, make sure he's not telling stories about Ember. Alright, what's the news in Port Llast? Luskin lusts after our harbor, and Heramos frets. The Ember's massacre has made folks here a bit uneasy, but it's caused my business to pick up. Alright. So we do have one lead. We should find... find this braggart. Alright, let's take a look then. Got anybody named I can talk to? There's Nya. And there's some kids. Let's talk to the kids. Wait, maybe they're gnomes. I shouldn't write them off as kids. Yes, they look like gnomes. Oh, the almighty Wendersnaven. The Wendersnaven, yes. Who were the Wendersnaven? The Wendersnaven see all, but none can see them. This is a Grobnar thing. Where would I find the Wendersnaven? But no, yes. Oh, no. Oh, I don't think you two are listening to me. This is like Aldenon in chorus. It's making my head hurt. This chattering madness is something I would like to subject Grognar to, if only to make him understand what it's like to listen to him. Yeah, this is where you need to take Grobnar here. But I'm not going to, because, quite frankly, I don't particularly care for Grobnar. Let's talk to Nya. Careful there. Watch the Worm Sage. I ought to tidy up, but there's never time. Worm Sage, isn't that a region for preventing undeath? Yes, that's right. You have an eye for the obscure. Show me what you have for sale first. Anything really useful? What's the battle robe do? +2 armor versus evil. And spell resistance. I don't know. Let's take the priestly might. Priestly might is only useful by evil. These are not super. Oh, hold on a second. Does he have anything I need? No, not particularly. Rings. Nasher's Ring of Strength. That's a Strength +3 ring. Ring of Regeneration looks kind of neat. Regeneration +4. That's I might actually purchase that because I do not have. Well, here's the thing. I don't know that I would necessarily want that. I think I'm good on magic bags. That Ring of Regeneration looks so nice, but it would also knock me out. So, in terms of money. Mind you, I am accruing a lot of other stuff to sell, so let's continue on our way. What do we got here? We got the Magical Sundries. We've got the Alliance Arms Inn. Let's talk to them. Alright, Port Llast Guards. You there, stop right where you are. Is there a problem? The problem is that you massacred the people of Ember, and we don't let murderers run loose in Port Llast. Like I've said to numerous people, I'm not responsible for what happens. You forgive us if we don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. We're going to arrest you for disturbing the peace. You're going to become violent, and regretfully, we're going to be forced to kill you. What if I don't become violent and surrender peacefully instead? Doesn't really matter. We're avenging Ember here and now. It was I who decimated the orc tribes of Ord Alwell, and the four of you dare to challenge me. The only thing I think you've ever done is slaughter unarmed... Oh, okay, well... This isn't doing well for my reputation. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is get Stone Skin up. You... I think I'm going to try and disintegrate this guy in the back. I could go better, but, you know, why? some stone skins up. Then we will get tentacles up while walking our 2 melee people back.
Look who showed
Alright, now let's back up a little bit. And of course, I'm probably getting my own people more than I'm getting them. That sucks. Alright. They're kind of held. Okay, there we go. Sand can get out. Alright, let's just drop some missiles. And as soon as Kara can, we'll get her out of there. There we go. Oh well, so much for that. Making it real hard to just look around town here. And this guy's just like, sigh. Put out your weapons. What's going on here? Those guards blame me for Ember. They want revenge. Damn it, I know they lost family there, but I never thought they'd forsake duty for misguided vengeance. We'll inform Hieromus of what happened here. You're free to go, but don't cause any more. I didn't cause any trouble. They jumped me. Alright. Distilled alcohol. That's nice. It's an alchemical component. And I think I got one more to loot over there. Yeah, let's loot this part. Money. Let's go in here, where I was intending to go in the first place. Alright, let's take a look around the inn. Alright, let's talk to Falgor. Welcome to the Alliance Arms. What can I help you with? Can you tell me anything about what happened at Ember? I can tell you plenty, but whether any of it's the truth, well, that remains to be seen. What have you heard? Take this rumor for starts. Some folks say it was beasts of the Duskwood that savaged Ember, revenge for disturbing their nests or something. Frankly, I'm inclined to believe that one. Port Llast had a bit of a werewolf problem not too long ago. Wouldn't surprise me if there's more of them hanging around. What else? There was this Luskan woman sniffing around a while back. According to her, some adventurer strolled into town and slaughtered everyone, just for chuckles. Nothing but lies come out of Luskan lips, so you can ignore that one. That's just my opinion, though. Anything else? Then there's Elgin, one of my regulars. He claims he was there, saw the whole thing. I don't exactly call him a liar, but he's always talking about his adventures, which conveniently happen when no one else is around. Other than Elgin, you don't know anyone else who saw what happened? Well, Hieromus seems to have a guest staying with him nowadays, with the guards and all. Could be one of the attackers, more likely a survivor. Hieromus? First Captain Hieromus, I ought to say. Closest thing to a mayor we've got, except without the troublesome election bit. You'll find him at the garrison. And where can I find Elgin? Head on over to the common room. He's probably telling the story for the 100th time. And I meant to ask him about the woman by the fire. Oh, that's Malin. She's a ranger, I hear. Blows into town every now and then, and she knows the Duskwood well enough. Let's talk anyway. Alright. So let's talk to... well, Kalindra is named. Yeah, they keep referencing the woman by the fire, but there we go, Malin. Let's talk to Malin. You're not from around here. Planning on staying a while or just passing through? I'm investigating the murders in Ember. What's to investigate? The village is destroyed and everyone's dead. Could have been brigands or God knows what else, but a Lord's justice won't bring those villagers back to life. Anyone who might have witnessed the attack on Ember? Maybe. 3 days gone, I was passing just south of Duskwood when I spied a column of smoke. I'd say it was coming from the ridge just above Duskwood Grove. Could have been some traveler stopping for the night, or it could have been that someone's made a home for themselves. There's a cave up there with a good spot for a camp. Either way, the grove is an hour's walk from Ember. Maybe less. Whoever's up there may have seen what happened in the village. I appreciate the help, Melon. Just watch your back. The grove's not known for being friendly to strangers, and if someone's made a home in that ridge, well, could be they're just crazy. You better hope it's as simple as that. Anything you can tell me about this place? Depends on what you mean. I don't know much about Port Llast, but I could bend your ear for hours about the land betwixt here and the Luskan border. Mostly it's trackless forests, though they say the wood has magic properties. Me, I don't cut down trees, not when there's dryads and worse lurking about. The only place of note is the Duskwood Grove, but that's gone strange of late. Used to be deer there and plentiful hunting. Now something's driven off all the deer away. Nothing but ferocious beasts and stranger things for miles around the grove. Even a ranger can find trouble in the grove. You better stay away. What brings you to Port Llast? I'm fresh from the Duskwood Grove, took a wound from a dire boar, and the beast gave chase. Otherwise, I would not have stopped in town. All right. That was useful to know. Let's talk to Kalindra. Many parts, but I have a lot of mine. Just something wrong. My partner, Bradbury, he is 2 days late for our meeting. He is a northerner and a fool, but he is good with a pick and wedge and has brought much silver to my house. I was planning on taking him to Alm with me, but he heard of the valuable ore in Duskwood. You two are miners? I'm an artisan and a master trader. Strength can mine a quarry, but wit is needed to fully utilize it. Until Bradbury returns, I cannot leave for Alm, and I cannot find work in this place. These northern folk will not deal with a stranger. What does he look like? He's hard to miss. His hair is bright orange, like flame blooms in the desert. If you happen to see him, just tell him I'm still waiting. Alright. Alright, so I think that I'm gonna head out of here for now. Oh, there's Elgin. Wait a minute, there's Elgin. I had just lined up my arrow on the deer when I heard a growl. I turned and there was the biggest, blackest wolf I'd ever seen, coming right at me. Lucky for me, I had my enchanted dagger with me. With his jaws only inches away from my throat, I lunged, and with a quick twist of the blade, I cut out the beast's heart. Oh. I was a bit tired after all this fun in Duskwood, so I decided to head to Ember to rest up. That's when I smelled the smoke. I ran there as quickly as I could, and what did I see? The village in flames, the defenseless people being slaughtered by cruel and evil men. There were dozens of attackers, heavily armed, aided by foul creatures, demons, I think. So what did you do? The only thing I could do, I attacked. I cut down 2 of them before they knew I was there, but the others, seeing what a threat I was, ganged up on me. I slew several before one of them snuck up from behind and knocked me unconscious. The enemy must have thought me dead, because when I woke, they were gone. You're hardly a scratch on him, a tale well worth its weight in words, no doubt. And what of Ember? Sadly, I was too late. Everyone was dead. There was little more I could do, so I returned to Port Llast. At least you tried, Elgin. The man is clearly a fool, but it is audience that concerns me. Such tales could be used against us. We should question Elgin and see about the facts of his tale. I'd seen you around here, just passing through. Hajal said you barely handle a blade, yet you managed to kill many of these attackers. What? He's wrong. I didn't need his training. I learned to fight somewhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me. You were hunting deer in the Duskwood? Malin says there's no deer to be found there at all. I saw plenty. I don't know what she's talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me. Farewell for now. He's a slippery one. Let's ask around town, see if anyone can help us shed some light on some of his more flamboyant statements. Okay. Right. Well, then. Whoa, who else is there to question? Looking for anybody with a name. Not really seeing anybody with a name. I guess I should talk to, head to the leader here, if I can find them. Alright, well, I've done the loop. Let's see if he's in here. Ah, what was that?
I'm surprised you have the courage to show
There
your
he is.
face here. A lot of people here had friends in Ember. If they find out who you are...
Think what you want. I need answers.
You're free to conduct your business here, but you'll be watched. If you have questions, ask them now. I'm a busy man.
Alright. Falger said there's someone staying here, a survivor from Ember.
Falgor said that, did he? That's none of his affair, nor is it any of yours.
I'd like to speak to the
Out
witness.
of the question. She's been through enough, and besides, you won't like what she has to say.
Indeed. I need to speak with all witnesses, no matter what they say about me.
I said no. You can speak to her at your trial.
Luskin is a threat to you,
Of
isn't it?
course. The Luskans would lay claim to our harbor for their warships. Having secured such a prominent location, they could mount a swift attack on Neverwinter. or Waterdeep for that matter. They talk of a peaceful coexistence, but I know their words to be false. Luskan's difficulties with Ruithim may have come at a fortunate time. As long as Luskan is at war with their island neighbor, they cannot turn their attention elsewhere.
What do you know of Black
A
Garius?
Luskan archmage of some power. Not someone you want to cross. Like many of the Arcane Brotherhood, Black Garius aspires to rule, regardless of what harm it may cause.
I think you will find that attitude common among most of the Huss Tower, and Garius in particular.
What worries me is that he may succeed.
Well, why do you say that?
He's amassing power at a pace I dislike. I suspect his brothers are beginning to grow wary of him.
Well, I'm against him, so... what makes you think so?
Followers flock to his side like vultures to a battlefield. 2 in particular keep me awake at night.
Okay, which 2?
The woman Torio Claven and that giant Lorne.
Ah, and so the pretty little circle reveals itself.
Torio you might know as Luskan's ambassador to Neverwinter. A treacherous snake, that one.
Yeah,
the
so
other
I've
one,
noticed.
Lorne lacks Torio's guile, but compensates for it with brute force. He's a savage fighter and extremely good with a blade. I suspect he handles most of Garius's dirty work.
What can you tell me of Port
I'm no
Llast?
common magistrate with idle time to chatter about village life. I'll be happy to discuss the finer points of Port Llast with you when you're no longer a suspected mass murderer.
Okay, I shall do what I can to clear my name.
So be it.
Farewell. Alright, well... I wonder... I'm gonna quick save the game.
I think it is time everyone marched behind me.
She's gonna try and stealth over here. Can I open this lock? Success. Alright. Well, let's talk to Elaine.
Chandra? Chandra, is that you? Elaine, you survived. Thank the gods.
Indeed.
Chandra, it was horrible. They butchered everyone.
Elaine, it's all right. Shh. Look, I brought people to help. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You! Chandra, it's him! Why would you bring him here?
I'm not responsible for what happened at Ender. Just tell me what you saw. I'm responsible for many things, but Ember isn't one of them.
I saw you murder those people.
Did I use
Elaine,
tentacles?
It's not true.
I know what I saw. They had no weapons. Some even surrendered. But he...
We're here to help you, not
That's
to hurt
right,
you.
Elaine. We're here to help, all right?
It was trade season, and the shipments into Ember had fallen off. I had decided to trade along the south roads. When I came back to Ember, I heard the screams and saw the smoke. I left my wagon and went into town. That's when I saw the bodies. I saw him kill the quartermaster while he was on his knees,
Did you, though?
begging for his life.
You saw this man here do the killing blow? And was it just him? And where did he...
Sand!
We don't have all year, girl. Nor do I have the patience when the trail of these killers grows colder.
There were others, but I didn't see them closely. I ran as hard as I could to Port Llast, and they took me in. But you did do it.
Or someone that looked the part. There are many magics that can cloak one's appearance, even allow one to change shape.
Indeed.
I know what I saw.
Do you think it's a possibility that it was someone else disguising me? My diplomacy kind of sucks. Who else was there besides me? Were any of my
You
companions
had
there?
about a dozen of your friends with you. But I don't recognize anyone with you now.
Yeah.
A dozen, you say? Interesting. Do go on.
All right. You didn't see a dwarf, a gnome, a half-demon girl?
Well, no. I believe they were all human.
Well, considering that those two and the gnome account for at least half of us, that might seed some doubt.
Whoa! Maybe my demonic heritage will actually help us get out of this.
But you could have just hired others.
Yes, my dear. But as your hesitation suggests, Why would anyone do that when they have trusted allies who would follow one anywhere, despite their common sense? No offense.
No offense. Yeah. How'd you manage to get away if you got close enough to identify me?
Don't know. I just started running. I guess they didn't notice me.
You were lucky, Or perhaps they let you escape.
Let you escape. That's all I needed to know. Thanks for your help, Elaine.
Listen to me. If we can get her to work for us, her story of tears will sway the court in our favor.
Elaine's not some tool, Sand. She's just survived the massacre of her town, which someone caused to get to us.
Girl, if we do not use your friend, the Luskins will, and they will use her testimony to kill our friend here.
Indeed.
So, please dispense with your convenient morality. Either we use her or they do.
If I can find a way to use her, I will. If she does result, so be it.
Fine, whatever it takes. When you and Sand get done stepping all over the little people to get what you want, be sure to remind yourselves what you were fighting for.
Yeah, I was fighting not to die. Yeah, sorry about that. So I guess I should ask about Elgin around town. Except what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap it up here and we can continue this investigation later. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with my Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you've got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.